Hi, welcome to my one more video. In this video, I am going to present about Linux kernel user space and kernel space and user space. In the previous video, we gone through about Linux operating system internal part, Linux booting, Linux booting process, and about what are the things we are having in the Linux booting process about MPR, kernel, init and GPT table and MPR and lot of more stuff we have seen. And in this video, I am just mainly going to focus on the kernel and the user space. Why we need a kernel and user space, and how can we achieve this? This is the main thing. The first thing is, how can we run our application on the computer without you can just go through my website, and this is the link I have given. This you can get this information. If anyhow the link is changed, I will update in the video description. I'll change the video if it is changed, and this is the link. You can get the text from this document from the website. So the first thing is how you will run the application on the computer. If you want to run the application on the computer, you need to have an operating system. That is what the Linux kernel coming into the picture. That's how the Linux is coming to the picture. In the Linux, we have two parts. One is Linux kernel space and user space. So the kernel is very important core of the operating system. It is containing the important codes run with a high privileged mode, so that even if anything wrong mismatch happen, complete kernel panic error will happen. So it is the first program it will be stored. This process will be ID will be 1, and this is the OS kernel space it will be, and it is the main important key responsibility. It is about handling the hardware to run the process. For example, if you want to run the process, the main important thing is first you need to want the memory management and handling the device, and handling memory management, device handling, process scheduling, and other network. This file system management itself, it will come. You no need to. It is needed because without file system you can't manage it. So keep remind about these four things. OS kernel space, that's the first part. Remaining memory, process, file system, and network. Because if you want to run any process on your system, you need to have memory. Then only your code which is written, it will be loaded into the memory and then it will be run. That is what memory management come into the picture. Then the process scheduling. Once the program loaded into the memory, to execute the program, how it will be executed, that will process scheduling. And the file system, what are the file systems there? If you want to install the new file system, that also will come under the file system, and the TCP/IP network stack. So first let me focus on the memory management. What is the purpose for memory management? What the kernel it will do, if you want to run any program to allocate the memory management it will come. And if you want to, once the program executed, if it needs to clear the memory, deallocate the memory, that time also it will come into the picture. So all the memory control access, paging, and segment swapping, segmentation, everything will come under the memory management. And device handler, after all the hardware devices is present on our hardware, to access and perform the operation, we need to write a code in a C, and so that the operating system is able to communicate with one another. For this, we can't write this code into all the application. Instead of writing this code into all the application, we can place the code into the kernel. that is called device management, device driver. For example, keyboard, mouse, disk driver, printer, USB, network adapter, display driver. For everything we can maintain this driver. Then process settling, it's simple and straightforward. Thing is, it's become process which perform all the tasks mentioned in the program. The thing is, and file system management and TCP/IP network stack also is simple. The simple thing is I have explained in the diagram. Kernel function overview. Here this is the hardware, CPU, memory, disk, CD, and console, network, everything we are having. And above level we are having memory management. This is mentioning about the device types: block device, character device, network subsystem, memory manager subsystem, and this is process, memory, file system, device, and networking. Everything is coming. And whenever the first process in it is called the first process, and the process it is called fork, it will create the child process. So the process it will be split into the parent and child process. And this is the kernel space and the user space. It will all the application it will be run on the lower privilege. For why we need to run it so lower leverage? To protect the system from malicious program. For that purpose only we are running this. What are the program it will be run? Command line, for example, this browser and this video recording and graphical application and glibs library, everything will run on the this low level privilege regular user space. And please consider this image. I am going to explain very important topic, how the Linux will be work. And this is the user space and this is the kernel space. And this user space we are having user application which is spotted in the green color, and here it's a kernel, it is orange color. So how both will be interacted? This both will be interacted through the from kernel space it is called system calls interface, from user space glibs. It is a API between both of this. Actually glibs it is called GNU C library. It's a group of library package, and syscalls it's a system calls interface. How can I most operation from user application interacting with the system require permission? Yes, that's correct terms we can mention this. For example, if you want to display with a specific display, you need to have access to the display driver. Or if you want to write anything, you need to access to the hard disk. For that the user code don't have a privilege. For that it needs to call the system calls write, open and read. Through this system calls it will do the operation. For calling this it need a API, application programming interface, glibs. It is also we can call it as a POSIX, portable operating system interface, or BST. Let me explain through command, you will get a little bit more clear idea. Just look here, this is very important things. See here, GLX gear. See, we are getting one gear icons, it is rotating. So we are just as from an end user point we are just seeing this, but really how it will work. It is what are the library it is using in a glibs. You can just check user bin glx gear. See here it is using this list of library, especially it is using libgl graphics library it is using. And apart from that, GNU C library it is not used by this code, but other applications definitely it will use. For example, DD, LDD, user bin dd. This is not okay. Definitely Firefox. It's not a dynamic executable. I think it's a script. Okay, forgot about this. Just focus on this. This is instead of GNU library, it is using. Definitely, it should use. I don't know why we are not getting this. This is the one we are using. Lib. This is the glibs library. If you want to get the more information, just go to browser and search it. You will get the clear information. What is this? RPM resource library where Debian Linux man page. C. Linux program manual overview of standard C library on Linux. It's a C library. It is using C library. Without C library, definitely it is not, because most of the codes it is written in the C library. With this library package, it will interact with system calls. The system's calls, there is lot of calls to access the device to read, write, and open the file. Once done that, then it will we will get the output, for example display things, kind of things. So this is what things see here. Then let us next see, this is the library. Then next I am going to see user bin g. See, I am getting the meantime in the background it is calling lot of system calls. It is getting process ID, function it is coming, few tags, it's one of kind of system calls, and process ID, few tags, poll, get PID, everything is system calls. If you want to get to know anything specific, you can just go to the system called man page. Here you will get the clear information. Just let me check whether yes. Great. We are getting it's a get process identification. Just like what are the functions we are using, everything, all the information we can get the information about the details. Dusting up हो गया. Hello, it's recording or not? Yeah, I hope it's recording.